Hello children, today we are continuing with the 6th chapter, Plants Preparing and Storing Food. I hope you all have read the textbook. Last class we studied about photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Plants prepare their own food with the help of sunlight. They take in water from the soil and take in carbon dioxide from the air, and they are combined to produce sugar, which is happening in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This is termed as photosynthesis. And we studied about the parts of a leaf. A leaf is the kitchen of a plant where food is stored. So today we are going to discuss about how this food is used by a plant. So let us take a look at it. We animals eat food to get energy. Same way, plants use their prepared food to get energy. They need energy to live. They are also living things. Second thing is, they take this food item or they use this food item for their growth. We also eat food and we grow, isn't it? From the nutrients of the food we are able to grow healthy. Same way, plants also use this food for their growth as well as to get energy. So after these two uses, there will be some extra food. Just as we have extra food, balanced food in our house, we just store it in the refrigerator for future use. So same way, plants don't have refrigerator, okay? But same way, plants also store their extra food in the different parts of it. Some food will be stored in leaf, some will be in seed, some will be in fruit. Like that, the extra food is stored as starch in different parts of the plant. And that part is edible. That means the part of the plant in which the extra food is stored will be eaten by animals. We do not eat all parts of all plants, isn't it? There are specific parts of a plant which we eat. That is because the extra food in that plant is stored only in that part. I'll show you some examples. Here, wheat. I've shown the picture of wheat. Wheat is actually the seed of that plant, isn't it? So in this plant, the extra food of that plant is stored in which part of the plant? In the seed. That is why we are eating the seed of the plant. Second one, you have spinach. Spinach or any other leaves, green leaves. So in this case, we eat the leaf of the plant. We are not eating the root or we are not eating the stem. We are eating the leaf of the plant. That is because the extra food in that spinach plant is stored in the leaf. That is why it has become the edible part, the part which can be eaten. Okay. So here it is in the leaf that the extra food is stored. The third case is carrot. Which part of a plant is carrot? It is the root. So where is extra food stored in a carrot? It is stored in the root of the plant. That is why we are eating only the root. We don't eat the leaf or stem or any other part of the plant. The carrot, we are eating just only the root of the plant. That is because extra food of that plant is stored in the root. What about mango? Is it the leaf, stem? No. We are eating the fruit of the plant. So where is extra food stored in mango or any other fruits? It is in the fruit of the plant. So here it is stored in the fruit. And the last one is sugar cane. Which part of a sugar cane do you eat? We eat the stem of sugar cane. We don't eat the leaf or root, isn't it? Because extra food in a sugar cane plant is stored in its stem. So here it is in the stem that the extra food is stored. So in which part of a plant the extra food is stored, that part is edible part of the plant that is eaten by animals. Okay. There are some unusual plants. Unusual means what? They differ in their properties or characteristics compared to a normal plant. We know that in a normal plant the green leaves prepare food. But you have seen many plants without green color, or there is a light green color. That means the presence of green color will be less. So what about such plants? Do they don't prepare food? Do they don't get energy, or do they not grow? They all grow, they all get energy. But from where? Have you ever thought about it? So today we are going to learn about that too. Let us take a look at it. Here are some unusual plants that differ in their characteristics. Let us discuss one by one. First one is cactus. Cactus is a desert plant. The speciality of cactus is that it has spines in it. Have you seen the cactus plant? You might have noticed that there are sharp spines in it, but there is no leaves. The leaves normally allow water to be evaporated. That process is called transpiration. In a normal plant, the extra water or the water present in the plant is absorbed, or it is evaporated by the heat of the sun. You don't keep a plant in the shade always, isn't it? Plants are always out in the sun. So due to the sunlight, just as the water from our body is absorbed, the water from the plant also will be absorbed by the heat of the sun. And what happens is, desert, now the process is called transpiration, okay, loss of water from the leaf due to the heat of the sun is called transpiration. So if this transpiration happens in a desert plant, we know that in a desert water is too scarce, very less water. So then on desert plants normally store water in their body, plant body. So if transpiration and the sunlight is too much also. So if transpiration happens in a normal rate in a desert plant, the plant will die out because all the water content will be lost due to transpiration. So in order to prevent that and to save the life of the plant, the leaves of cactus are reduced to spines. You can see spines here. The leaves are reduced to spines so that the transpiration of water will not take place. Instead, cactus plant is given a healthy, fleshy, green colored stem. This green portion is called the stem and the leaves are reduced to spines. So as stem of the plant is green color, it is very clear that there is chlorophyll present in it, because chlorophyll only gives green color for the plant. Okay. So as chlorophyll is present in the stem of cactus, where is the food prepared in the cactus? Is it in the leaf? No. It is in the stem that food is prepared in the cactus plant. So that is an unusual thing, because we have studied that generally in a plant the leaf prepares food, but this is an exception. Where is the food prepared? It is in the green fleshy stem of a cactus plant. So that is how it gets food, it gets energy and it grows. Okay. Second case is molds and mushrooms. You might have seen molds and mushrooms. Both are familiar to you. Molds and mushrooms, from the picture itself, it is very clear that there is no green color at all in the plant. And how do they prepare food? Do they go to the hotel and buy chicken biryani or chapati and curry and all and eat? No. They are living things, but they cannot move. Otherwise, they would have gone, isn't it? So here what happens is, they are non-green plants and they depend on dead and decayed plant and animal life in the soil. They absorb the nutrients from it, and that is how they gain energy or they obtain their food. So molds and mushrooms, they are non-green plants that depend on decayed plant and animal life inside the animal body, inside the soil. The third case is croton. Croton, it is very beautiful, which is red in color. The reddish color is appeared more in that plant. So does that mean that it does not have chlorophyll? No. You can see small light green patches on that leaf, isn't it? So as green is present, it is very clear that who will be present in the plant? Chlorophyll. But the thing is that the red pigment is more in amount, that is because it hides the green color. Though chlorophyll is present, red pigment is more in amount. So it hides the green color. So as chlorophyll is present in a croton plant, It prepares food on its own even though it does not appear green in color. So these are a very few examples of unusual plants. There are some more examples like there are plants which trap insects for their nutrients and all that you will learn in the next chapter in detail. So here these are the three examples given, that is cactus, molds and mushrooms and croton. They are non-green plants or they are unusual plants, but they prepare their own food or they get their food from decayed plants and animals. Okay. So we learned that sunlight is essential for preparing food, just as we need a gas stove is essential for preparing food, isn't it? Like that we can say that sunlight is essential for preparing food because sunlight gives energy for the plant to prepare food. So energy flow in living things. That means there is a transfer of energy from sun to the living things like plants and animals. So this is a small picture showing how the energy flows in living things. So from the sun, the plants get solar energy to prepare food or they absorb solar energy to prepare food. And this solar energy is trapped inside or stored inside the plants. And when an animal comes and eats the plant, that solar energy in the same amount is transferred to the animal. Okay. So if an animal, suppose a human being is coming and eating that plant, the human being will get that solar energy directly from the plant. Or suppose a cow or a goat is coming and eating that plant, that solar energy is transferred to the cow or the goat, and if a human being eats that animal, because human beings are carnivores also, that means omnivores, they eat, human beings are omnivores, okay, they eat both plant and animal. So suppose they are eating these animals which have eaten these plants, that solar energy will be transferred from this animal to the human beings also. So from sun, solar energy is trapped by the plants, that is transferred to animals, okay, directly or indirectly. So this is how an energy flow takes place between the sun and the other living things on earth. And there is a dependence between plant and animal life. Both are interdependent. We know that animals need food and oxygen to live. And who provides this food and oxygen? It is the plants. Plants provide food and oxygen to the plants. How is oxygen provided? During the process of photosynthesis, they take in carbon dioxide and plants give out oxygen as a waste product, and that is taken by human beings or animals for breathing. Okay? And we animals or human beings, we take in oxygen while breathing and we give out carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide that we give out is used by plants to prepare food. I told you that carbon dioxide is used by plants to prepare food. Where does it get the carbon dioxide? It is provided by the animals when they exhale, that means give out during respiration. So that means there is a give and take policy between plant and animal life. They depend on each other in one way or the other. It is very clear from an example that if you have an aquarium in your house, it will be very clear. If you are putting fish into an aquarium without plants, it will die out after 3 or 4 days. And if you put fish in aquarium with water plants or aquatic plants, you can clearly note that it lives longer. That is only because the aquatic plant or the water plant provides the oxygen needed for that fish. And the carbon dioxide given out by the fish is taken by the plants to prepare food. So they are dependent on each other. If there is no plant, what happens? It will have a scarcity of oxygen. The fish will have a scarcity of oxygen, and at last it will die out. So plants and animals, they are interdependent, that is they depend on each other for their survival. And when the number of plant or animal increases all of a sudden, that can affect the whole balance of nature. This interdependence creates a balance of nature. Interdependence of plant and animal life creates a balance in nature. And suppose the number of either plant or animal life increases all of a sudden, it affects the balance, it makes an imbalance there. Suppose if the number of animals are increased all of a sudden, what happens? The plants will not be able to provide enough food and oxygen for the animals because the number has increased. Same way, if there is increase in the number of plants, the carbon dioxide given out by animals will not be enough for the plants to prepare food. Already there is a definite proportion between plant and animal life. Suppose the number increases, what happens? The normal plants will take in that carbon dioxide, the new ones will not get enough of carbon dioxide to prepare food. So that creates an imbalance in nature. So in order to prevent this imbalance, what we have to do is, we have to protect both plant and animal life. Both are important for the balance in nature or for the proper existence of life on earth. So we have several programs to promote the conservation of plants and animals, like wildlife sanctuaries are set up, forest reservoirs are there in order to provide a natural atmosphere for the animals to live, so that we can protect them. And same way, we have celebrations like Vanamahotsava. Have you heard about Vanamahotsava? It is a festival of tree planting. That means all around India we have a day in the month of July. The day is celebrated as Vanamahotsava, and or it can be a week also. They will celebrate it for a week. They will plant thousands and thousands of trees, so that it gives benefit for the future generation. Trees are always assets, isn't it? They always give us fruits, shade, everything is there given by the trees. So it is always useful for us as well as the future generation. So we have different programs like this in order to protect the trees around us, or to plant new trees. So with all these, we could conserve or protect our nature along with plants and animals, because plants or animals create the nature. They create beauty to the nature. They create comfort to the nature. So it is our duty as human beings, it is our duty to protect both wildlife and plant life, so that our life goes on smoothly on earth. So read your textbook, underline the important points and study well. Thank you.